Yet another knockoff of a Storm Collectibles figure, but is this guy any good? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to take a look at Storm Collectibles Kure Raian from Kengan Ashura. And first I have to say a big thank you to the guys from DC Marvel Toy Store for making this review possible. If you want to get this copy, you can do so over my link in the video description. This is the same AliExpress store that sells official AC Factory releases, so it's a trusted seller. Now, previously I already reviewed a KO of Tokita Oma, so in case you're interested, check it out. Link is also in the description. It's a really good copy, so I'm expecting to see the same level of quality on this guy here, but you never know. We'll see what we are getting. Okay, let's get started. First, a quick look at the packaging, and it's practically the same box that we saw with Tokita. We have a big plastic window showing the figure and most of the accessories, and then a pixelated illustration of the character from the show. Side of the box shows a nice promo shot of the figure, back of the box shows even more promo shots in different fighting poses, and he even fights Tokita here. Other side shows again an illustration from the show. There's nothing on the top or on the bottom, so now let's open it up and let's take a look at the figure. Here is the figure out of the box, and unlike with Tokita, this one does have some issues, at least straight out of the box. Maybe it's because by default he has that soft rubbery torso on him, even though he also does come with an alternate torso, same as Tokita. I talked about it before, but I'm not a fan of the way that Storm designs torsos on their figures. I just don't like the engineering because it can be kind of flimsy if it starts tilting all over the place. So for example, on this copy, my main issue is that the arms are loose. Look at this. Now, I hope that this connection of the arms will be better on that alternate torso, and we'll check that in a moment. But look what happens here. When I move the arms, the head also tilts. Look at this. See? And this is because the inner mechanism is not actually connected to the torso, but instead it has 4 points of connection to the crotch, the arms, and then the head. So it floats inside of the torso connected to these 4 points. And so when you move one, everything else moves. Now, I don't know if any of their original figures have this same issue, but on all the copies that I reviewed so far, it is all the same thing. Some are better than others, but again, I'm not a fan of this design. This guy is around 19 centimeters tall, so same as Tokita, and because I don't have the original to compare, but based on my other Storm reviews, I will assume that this copy is the same size as the original. But taking a closer look at the details, here is how the head looks. And from images that I've seen, this is also really close to the original. The eyes and eyebrows look good, and even the lips and teeth are nicely painted, especially for a KO. The hair looks fine, and there are all of these veins, both sculpted and painted, that are going all over the whole body. As already mentioned, this time the figure has this rubbery torso that is made out of a one piece, but he also comes with a more standard torso as well. Here is a closer look at the arms, and again there are all of these veins. And then here is his black shorts with white straps, and these go to the back as well, and then his strong legs, and finally his feet. But let's now take a look at his articulation. Like with all Storm collectible figures that have this rubbery soft overlay, the neck does bend and give you a nice range of movement. So he can look side to side, tilt the head a little bit side to side. Here's how far he can look down and then up. He has butterfly joints, but I feel like they don't really do much. This is how far the arms go across his chest. And then here is how far they go across his back. But see how shifty this is? Look at this. This is so annoying. Arms rotate 360. This is how far they move out. We have a bicep swivel, elbows bend this much. Then we have a swivel in the wrists and a hinge in all directions. Obviously this torso doesn't have those two cuts, but only one down here. And so this is where you'll get your side to side rotation. There is a little bit of side to side tilt. And because this is rubber, you can see how it flexes. So he can bend forward, but that rubber will push it back. But again, this is what we get for moving forward forward, at least with this torso, and then here is how far he can bend back. Legs move out this far, here's how far they move forwards and back. There is a slight thigh swivel, double jointed knees that bend this far. Then we have a slight swivel in the ankles, feet move forward this far and then back a bit better. There is a nice toe joint and a nice ankle pivot. But again, this is what I was talking about. When this inner mechanism pulls itself down or up, it pulls the head up like this. So this is what you get. And you have to press it back in. So that's really annoying for me. Let's now take a look at his accessories. We get a transparent display stand, then we get the already mentioned alternate torso, where the upper part, the chest piece and the neck is made out of that softer rubber, while the lower part, the belly part, is made out of a harder plastic. And here inside you can see that mechanism that I was talking about. When you push the lower torso up like this, look at what happens to the neck. See? It can be down like this, and just imagine the head being up here. And when you push it up, look what it does to the neck. It pushes up and then the head pops off, you know. He also comes with few pairs of alternate hands. We have a pair of fisted hands that are already on the figure. Then we get a pair of open hands, another pair of more dynamic open hands, and a pair of grabbing hands. And all of these have those same veins on them. Then he also comes with two alternate head sculpts. This is one of those. This is the angry one with grinning teeth. And then we get this laughing one. And both of these also look really good. The eyes, the mouth, everything is really well done, nicely sculpted and painted. And finally, he does come with an effect piece that can be split into two pieces, and it has these blood marks all over it. So now we can try to swap some of the things that we are getting here. So we will remove the head. Let's see how will that work. And see, this rod just came off together with the head. So we pop it off, and then we will pop off the arms. And here is that lovely mechanism. Pop this off, and we will also pop out the torso. Like that. And then we'll give him this alternate one. So we pop it on. Like that. We pop on the arms, and yeah, right away, as expected, I prefer this. This works much better than the previous torso. We pop on the head, and here is now how that looks. All of the articulation is still there, plus even more, because with this torso you get a better crunch back and forwards, although you will get this gap here, so that is something you can always hide. But yeah, I think that this torso feels sturdier, feels better, at least for my liking. And then one more thing, switching out the hands, they are made out of a softer plastic, and here is how the wrist peg looks, and these alternate hands pop on without any issues. Let's now compare this guy to some other figures. And right away, here is how he scales with Tokita Oma knockoff that I previously reviewed, and a knockoff of Storm Collectibles Karas. And then here is how he scales with two more Storm Collectibles knockoffs. We have the Street Fighter 2 Ryu and Guile. Here is how he scales with Phone Joy Superman and Flaff Toys Daredevil, LPZZ Arkham Batman and Roman Key Big Guy Base Body, Magma Forge Master Grey Knight, and the SH Figuarts Avengers Hulk. And then here is how he scales with Marvel Legends Maximum Series Spider-Man and X-Men 97 Wolverine, Mayfax Classic Suit Spidey and Daredevil, SH Figuarts Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Sentinel Peter B. Parker, Mass Toys Symbiote Spidey and AC Factory Ultron, Star Wars The Black Series Vader and Stormtrooper, City Toys Brown Suit Wolverine and the Amazing Spider-Man, City Toys knockoff of Revoltech Agent Venom, and a Max knockoff of 2.0 Deadpool. Here he is with NECA Movie TMNT Raphael and Masters of the Universe Revelation He-Man, NECA Feral Predator and Savage Crucible Vetaris Repax, and finally with YOLO Park Transformers AMK Pro Series Optimus and Starscream. So there you go, that was my look at Storm Collectibles Kure Raian from Kengan Ashura. In my opinion, Tokita turned out to be a better copy than this guy, just because of those loose torso joints. But those can be fixed if you are willing to put some time into this figure. Of course, if you are a fan of the show and you missed out on the original release, I would recommend this figure. With a little bit of customization, it could be a nice addition to your collection, so there you go. Once again, a big thank you to the guys from DC Marvel Toy Store for making this review possible. If you want to get this copy, you can do so over my link in the video description. You've heard my thoughts and now I would love to hear yours. So what do you guys think about this figure? Do you like how it looks? Do you maybe plan to get it? Let me know all of it down in the comments. As always, a huge thank you to my Patreon and channel members for their support. If you can also join and help, please do so. Links are in the video description. And of course, to all of you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here with me and I'll see ya in the next video.